Yo, everybody, welcome back to the motherfucking Minority Sports Report RASSLIN edition. Woo! I'm your motherfucking boy, Big Black.
And I'm your boy, Scheme Dollar.
Scheme Dollar. What up, bro? How you been, dog?
Chilling, dog. What's going on?
Chilling. You still working at OT?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get that money. But my niggas retired. Niggas is exhausted.
Yeah,
but I wanted to tell you this real quick.
Word to your mother.
Yeah, boy.
That's great.
Oh shit. But yeah, let's get this shit started, man. Fucking bang this shit out.
Since you just hit that sound clip before we get into the sad news,
right?
We're gonna need the iconic Ayo.
I was looking for that shit. Absolutely.
Because sad news, Scott Hall may not make it. So apparently he fell, broke his hip. I'm not sure when. So he had to go in for surgery. He developed a blood clot after that surgery, which I think they said broke loose and caused him to have 3 heart attacks in one day. And he was put on life support. And then Kevin Nash came out. I think it was we're recording this Monday. I think he came out Sunday and said that they were just waiting for the family, like the rest of the family, to show up, and they were going to pull the plug. Which they ended up doing earlier today. Again, this is Monday. So he is off life support, but apparently is still holding on. I'm not sure how long he may have or whatnot, but from what everybody's saying, it's not looking good.
Damn.
So yeah. Sucks because this is one of my favorite guys of all time.
For sure.
Not only because he came out with my name back in the day, but he was also a fucking great wrestler. And then the shit with the NWO, like they changed the game when they did that shit.
Yeah, they did. No, he's definitely, grew up watching him. Always been one of my favorite wrestlers. We've talked about him before. He's had his ups and downs with fucking, substance abuse and all that shit. But yeah, that shit is hard, man. Especially the blood clots when they move around your body. Like that shit is like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, especially after all that hard work he did with DDP to get his life back on track and shit like that. Like, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
But I seen like doing the research and shit, looking back, I seen that they did a E60 on him, like documenting his troubles and shit like that. So I'm gonna try to go back and watch that shit. Because I know some of it, but I would like to hear it like firsthand from him and all the people that were around him and shit like that.
Yeah, the shit's hard, man.
Yeah, shit's rough.
Honestly, like we make jokes about like Jake the Snake, not on here, but like when we're watching shit, like, oh, Jake's all sweaty, sweating the coke out and all this shit. But it's like all those motherfuckers went hard as shit back then, man. Like hard. Yeah, like I can't imagine. And
even Regal said it on this week's episode, which we'll get to. He said he was like there was thousands of empty bottles and shit like that. Like these wrestlers did damage to themselves back in the day. It's different now. A lot of them are like straight edge and eating clean and all that shit. But back in the day, these dudes were popping crazy pills and drinking, and that's how they got through everything.
Yep. Like, cocaine, pills, booze, weed, heroin, all that shit, man. But yeah, and that's kind of part of what I was bringing up too, is like the younger generation, like us, even guys that are younger than us wrestling now, like they've seen their heroes destroy themselves with fucking substance abuse, so it's like, I'm not like trying to make light of the situation. It really sucks because, what I'm saying, Razor Ramon, he was the fucking man, Chico, like that was the shit.
And then like even behind the scenes, like him and Kevin Nash, like they changed the whole pay system when they left WWF, well now WWE, for WCW. Like I think they were the first ones to break $1 million or some shit like that.
I remember Diesel definitely was one of the first to break $1 million, and it's crazy, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, we wish nothing but the best for Scott, But again, like
I like to see him pull through, but sadly it's not looking good for him, man.
Yeah, it's not looking good. So do your drugs. Don't let the drugs do you, please. Like that's the best that I can say about it. Some other slightly less tragic news. We don't really talk about WWE too often, but I guess Big E broke
I was
his
going to
neck
bring that up too. Yeah.
on Friday from a botched body-to-body suplex, and DDP reached out to him and shit. So I don't know how that's working, but he seems to be in good spirits for a dude that
I think DDP broke his neck at some point in his career. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. They said it was a C1 and his C6, and the 6th one is not the one that's concerned. It's the C1 vertebrae. They said that usually never heals fully. So like you can live a normal life and do shit, but taking all those bumps again over and over, like it may be a career-ending fucking injury for Big E, which kind of sucks because he's about to get a big push in WWE.
Really? I thought one of the articles I seen said that it wasn't too serious, that it wasn't going to require major surgery or anything like that.
That is correct. However, that never fully heals. And that's the thing. They were saying like most of the time it'll heal and you can live a normal life, but taking bumps and shit, like it could potentially like be career ending just because the nature of the spot. Yeah. So yeah, no surgery like you said, but just it's fucked up. It's pretty crazy. But
I've seen, like I said, I don't watch WWE much. I'll tune in here and there for like special shit. Like if they do something special, like if Scott Hall sadly does pass, if they do a tribute for him, I'm definitely going to tune in for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard about it, I did look to see what happened. And it just looked like he didn't get enough rotation off the belly to back suplex and just landed right on top of his head.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. It's still.
Now, I don't know whose fault it was. I don't know if it was his fault for not like pushing off more, if it was the other guy's fault. I have no idea. I'm not a pro wrestler, so I can't tell. But you can definitely tell he just didn't get enough rotation on that belly to back.
I read a few articles about it, and it was just a freak accident. That's just like everyone, even Big E, the dude that slammed him, they said it was a freak accident. The dude, I can't remember his name, but
yeah, it was somebody I never heard of.
They were like, he has no heat backstage. Like everyone was just like, yo, that was a freak accident. Just keep doing what you're doing. He reached out to Big E and all that shit. So yeah, luckily. Again, kind of getting into that era of like Scott Hall. Like if this would have happened back then, like that dude would have been the dude that did the move would have been fucked. He would have got Farouked like Ahmed Johnson.
Word.
But on the happier, greener pastures, AEW
jumping into Dynamite. They kicked off last week's episode, kind of. Jericho addressed the Eddie Kingston handshake situation from Revolution, where he snubbed Eddie Kingston when he put out his hand. Jericho basically said that he said that he came out and said that Kingston did deserve his respect, and he called him down to the ring so he could do it face to face. Kingston came down and basically said like the handshake wasn't for him, he didn't need it. It was more for Jericho to like, I don't know, basically like not just like knock his ego down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And said that Jericho needs to figure out like what's missing in his life that caused him to like snub Eddie Kingston. And Jericho said he was right. He apologized. They shook hands. And as soon as they did, that's when 2.0 and Daniel Garcia came down and they hit the ring and jumped Kingston and Jericho. That's when Santana and Ortiz came down to help out. And 2.0 got taken out. Santana held Garcia for Jericho to hit him with the bat. But instead of hitting Garcia, Jericho hit Santana. And then he attacked Ortiz with the bat, and then they just jumped him. Hager came running down to the ring, started screaming, like, what are you doing? We're brothers, this and that. And fucking then ended up attacking Santana and Ortiz too. So 2.0 held Kingston. Jericho hit him in the head with the bat, and then Hager powerbombed Kingston through a table, which kind of looked fucked up because Kingston looked like he fell right on his like back of his head and his neck, and that table fucking shattered.
Yeah, dude.
So that was pretty rough. But so after that happened, Jericho announced the formation of the new Jericho Appreciation Society. So the inner circle is dead, and it looks like we have a new stable, which kind of makes sense since Moxley's with Danielson. Seems like Kingston is going to be with Santana and Ortiz now. Mm-hmm. So it kind of seems like that's what they're building towards.
And Sammy's going solo.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play more of a manager role or if they're going to do the trios thing because we've had the rumored trios title coming out. So we'll see what happens with that shit. But yeah, so next up, weirdly, they kicked off the next match with the AEW World Championship match, which kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere. It was Adam Page defending against Dante Martin. But when they, in the beginning of the, like coming out during the entrances, the announcers had mentioned that Dante Martin was ranked number 2 because he went 7-1 this year. Mm-hmm. So that's why he got this title shot. It's kind of a surprise to me.
Gotcha.
But,
okay.
Yeah, it was a solid match. Good showing for Dante Martin in a title match. He tried to hit a drop kick off the top rope, but Hangman caught him midair and powerbombed the fuck out of him. But he only got a 2 count for that shit. Hangman was able to stop Martin from doing some flippy shit off the top rope and he was trying to do some flippy shit to the outside, but Hangman jumped up onto the apron, pushed him back into the ring, and then flipped over the ropes, did his buckshot, and that's how he picked up the win. After the match, Tony Schiavone came out to interview Hangman about his match with Adam Cole at Revolution. But Hangman said he called Dante Martin back to the ring and basically gave him praise. Like, yo, you're doing your thing. I know you were put in a tough situation when your brother got hurt. And look what you did. You got all the way to the title shot. So he gave him a lot of praise there. Said that he'd like to run it back if he's able to get back to that spot again, which was cool to see.
Yeah, it was.
But then here comes Adam Cole, talking all kinds of shit. Said that Hangman's win was a fluke. Said that he won't get lucky again. And challenge Hangman to a 6-man tag this week at St. Patrick's Day Slam.
St. Patrick's Day Slam. Can't wait.
And we'll go over who they picked shortly.
Can't wait.
Can't wait, baby. My nigga. You can't wait.
Next up, we had the newly formed tag team of Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson with their manager, William Regal, taking on the Workhorsemen, which apparently are they were a tag team back in Ring of Honor and like on the independent scene. Mm-hmm. It's JD Drake, who we've seen as what were they called? What was he called with Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi? What were they called? The Wingmen.
Pretty Boys or the Wingmen? That's right.
The Wingmen.
Yep. The Wingmen. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's still part of that, and this is like one of those little splinter groups, or if he left that stable and he's with this dude now. I have no idea. Because that's basically like a Dark Elevation type stable. But they showed up for this match. It's kind of a squash match, but not really, because these dudes did get some kind of offense in. But it's basically just domination by Moxley and Danielson. Danielson stopped the shit out of Drake like he usually does to people, and then locked in the label lock, which is that like crippler crossface, if you want to go back to Chris Benoit, or the crossface, whatever you want to call it.
That's an accurate description.
Yeah. But yeah, so after that, after picking up that submission win, Schiavone came to the ring for another interview. He was busy this week.
Yeah, he was.
And interviewed William Regal. Regal said it's been 29 years since he came to the States and was on TV with Tony Schiavone back in WCW. Seemed to get legitimately choked up.
Yeah, he
thanking
did.
Schiavone for being there for him when he first showed up and shit like that. And then basically said that Bryan Danielson is the perfect wrestler and Jon Moxley is the perfect psychopath and nobody is going to beat them, and basically told AEW to look out. So yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen there. I always liked William Regal.
I love him.
Even when he was the bad heel back in WCW, like I was always a fan of his.
Fucking love him.
He'd walk around with his hand behind his back, like all royal and shit.
Bro, like I legit did that shit when I was a kid. I mean, not WCW, but when he got to WWF, and I remember vividly the first time he came out that I remember, he had like red trunks on, and he was just walking, like you said, just talking shit to everybody as he's walking down the aisle, and I was like, this guy's the man. Fast forward, then Triple H, debuted as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and I was like, "That's a William Regal ripoff, motherfucker."
Yeah, I was just gonna say when Triple H came out, I was like, "Who's this William Regal ass wannabe?" And then he turned out to be another one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
For real, bro. Shit's crazy, man. But yeah, Will's the man. I love William Regal.
It's good to see him back. And another person he admitted in this interview led a hard life. Did a number on his body, said he's not long for this world and shit like that. So It's going back to that old school shit we talked about with Scott Hall.
Yeah, man. Different fucking generation, man. Different shit, bro. For real, like. Oof.
After that, we had a backstage interview with Alex Marvez and the Dark Order. He was asking Dark Order about their relationship with Hangman after what happened at Revolution, because Hangman, I think it was after he did the dead eye through the table. I think it was that they came out to check on him, and he ended up shoving Alex Reynolds. Which he shoved Alex Reynolds into one of the members of Red Dragon, I forget who it was, and caused them to fucking start brawling out of the ring area. So basically Hangman just popped in and was like, hey, I apologize. Evil Uno said everything was cool. And then Johnny Hungy, John Silver, he was like, oh, so who are you going to pick for the 6-man tag? And Hangman was like, oh, sorry, I just ran into Jurassic Express and I just told them that they can get their hands on Red Dragon. So he kind of threw some shade at Dark Order by not picking his homies for this match.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna do an angle. Are the Dark Order gonna go heel on Hangman, or I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there. This is gonna be interesting to see. But that was that. Oh, you got input.
I was just I was thinking while we were watching that shit, at some point I feel like the Dark Order as an organization is gonna go heel because prior to Brody passing away, that was kind of like the direction.
Heel,
Again, they're lovable heels, but still very heelish. So I can see them coming full circle.
Well, they were heels, and like they were certain members, like Johnny Hungy was the lovable heel because they were like the lackeys, they were like the comic relief, so that's why everybody kind of loved them. But yeah, I could see them going full heel now, full heel again. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next up, we had Pac taking on Wheeler Yuta, which was a last minute fit-in match because the championship match didn't go full time. Right. But yeah, so the Pac defeated Wheeler Yuta in this one. It was a good match, nothing too crazy. Pac got the win with he hit an avalanche brainbuster off the top rope and then locked in his brutalizer submission, which is another version of like the crossface or the labella lock, whatever you want to call it. But interesting, Orange Cassidy came out in a cast, or not a cast, but a sling, because they said that at Revolution when Keith Lee launched him out of the ring that he hurt his arm somehow.
Surprisingly, that was the only injury from that match, which is crazy as fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy ass ladder match, especially the fucking, what was it, Starks, when Starks got powerbombed on the fucking ladder. That was rough.
Brutal. Yeah, man. Ugh.
But yeah, so Pac picked up the win. Oh, and our boy Danhausen came out with best friends. So it seems like he's official best friend in this.
That's right.
In this stable. And the more I went on a fucking YouTube rabbit hole yesterday watching all kinds of Danhausen shit. I fucking love this dude.
That motherfucker is funny.
I haven't seen any of his wrestling.
Me either.
I just watched his vlogs and his interviews, and I fucking love this dude.
Yo.
But yeah, he's fucking funny.
I didn't realize, because months and weeks ago, I'm like talking, scrolling through my shit, and it's like, oh, Danhausen gets the job at A&W. Yeah, and then watching that shit today with that little interview he had. And I got it. I got his whole character. I was like, "Oh shit, it's so fucking funny." And the dude was like,
funny.
"What's your special move?" I don't know. I guess cursing people. It's like, what the?
Seems to be working. I don't believe it.
That shit is fucking funny, bro.
But I seen he did a vlog where he's in full character, going toy shopping with Ethan Page and Hornswoggle, who are like they're just being them normal selves, but he's in like full makeup, full character. And they're just walking around the toy store talking shit. It's mad funny.
Oh fuck! I gotta watch.
And then it's one of the interviews I seen. He says when he does interviews and like as his normal self, he says it's his human CGI, and that he blows everybody's budget when they have to do it.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I like his style of humor, yo. That shit's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, he's fucking great. But yeah, so moving on, Adam Cole got to pick his partners. He had a little backstage segment with the Brandon Cutler cam, where he started describing the team that he was going to pick. And I think it was Matt Jackson was like, hey, listen, I appreciate it, but anything to do with Hangman, I told you we're out. And then Adam Cole was like, that's cool because I wasn't picking you guys anyway. You picked Red Dragon. And they just kind of walked away from him. And yeah, that's it. So it seems like there's going to be a little bit of a split between the Super Elite, maybe. We'll see what happens.
It makes sense because, you know, pay-per-view wraps up a lot of shit and get storylines going and all that stuff. So yeah, I can see that too.
I'm wondering if they're doing this to possibly set up another Bullet Club faction. Since we already got one Impact, we got the New Japan. Maybe they're going to put the Bucks back into a Bullet Club stable here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy because also like the Ring of Honor purchase kind of plays into that shit too. Like there's a lot of avenues, and that's why we watch.
Jay White, the leader of the Bullet Club, he says he wants to come back and do more work in AEW. So we'll see what happens.
That'd be tight.
That'll be so tight.
Yep. We had another backstage interview. Alex Marvez was interviewing FTR. They basically did the Fast and the Furious thing. It was all about family. And basically said Tully Blanchard isn't family, so they fired him.
Fuck, I need to put that sound. I gotta get the Vin Diesel in there. I'm sorry. I have to write this shit down so I don't fucking forget. That's too funny, dog.
But yeah, so I was interested to see what's gonna happen here. Because like, what's Tully gonna do now?
That was part of the interview too that Danhausen had, because the dude was like, so I guess your manager is Tully Blanchard now, and he was kind of just like, yeah, you know, that weird ass voice and shit. So that was the first I heard of it. I was like, maybe Tully is his manager, but then that doesn't make sense because Best Friends he came out with last week, so we'll see where it ends up going.
You know what I'm thinking? This is probably a shot in the dark. I have no, like, I haven't seen any rumors or anything, but I wonder if his daughter's gonna come. And he's going to manage his daughter.
Yeah,
because I think she still doesn't have a major contract somewhere.
Yeah, last I heard, she's
Tessa
just kind of a freelancer. Yeah. That'd be fucking insane.
That'd be interesting to see if that happens. But that was the first thing that popped into my mind because I was like, what the fuck else are they going to do with him? But yeah.
Him and Arn beefing. No, sir. I would not
bring the Four Horsemen back.
I don't want to see them old men wrestle. Go to WWE for that shit.
Take on Goldberg and fucking Brock Lesnar.
Tully and Arn versus Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
I was just trying to think of the two biggest motherfuckers I could think of. No, what's that big giant black dude's name that was with AJ Styles?
Oh, fuck. It starts with the O, I think.
Almost?
I know exactly. Almost. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, fucking huge. Yeah,
he's fucking massive. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Next up, we had the AHFO emergency board meeting. Basically, Andrade was trying to kick Matt Hardy out of the AHFO. Hardy came out and said that he was just trying to make things right. Said that he knows Andrade was trying to fire him. He wanted to apologize to everybody because he said every time he puts on a suit, he turns into an asshole. And Andrade said that they were going to take a vote, and Hardy said that was cool because he knew he didn't have enough votes to like vote him out, because he was like, oh, Private Party's not going to vote against me. So Andrade and Jose the assistant voted against him. Obviously Matt Hardy voted for himself, and Private Party gave the thumbs up, like, yeah, we're with Matt. But while he was talking, they switched it up, gave him the old thumbs down.
The old Andrade, Roman Emperor.
Yeah, and Andrade in his broken ass English told him to watch. You should always watch it back. And so Matt Hardy turns around and he sees Private Party giving the thumbs down, and then that's when they jump him. Darby and Sting came out to try to help Hardy. Well, not really help Hardy, but basically try to take out the AHFO because they got beef. Or I'm sorry, the AFO now, I guess, since Hardy's out of it. They're obviously they were outnumbered, so they got beat down. And the entire time, remember we were watching, I'm like, Jeff Hardy's coming. I know this is everybody knew it. Setup. Everybody knew it. The crowd was chanting Jeff.
Anything's possible.
We heard
anything's possible.
What the fuck was that?
KG, anything's possible, baby.
Oh. Then we heard the good old Hardy Boys theme music hit, and everybody lost their shit because Jeff fucking Hardy showed up. And while his brother's getting beat down, he does this little fucking crotch pumping taunt as he walks down the ring while his brother's getting his ass beat. But yeah, it was awesome to see Jeff Hardy back. He seemed real happy when he like hugged his brother. Well, obviously he came out, kind of chased everybody off. And then the Hardy Boys hugged it out. Seemed really happy. He had a huge ass smile on his face. Matt hit the twist of fate on the blade, and then Jeff hit the swanton bomb off the top rope.
So tight. It still looks so good.
Vintage Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
So yeah, great to see them back together.
Side note, I read he had like gave an interview to maybe like Fightful or some shit, one of those wrestling blogs. Yeah, Jeff. And he was basically saying like he kind of knew it was the right decision, but he said he was so fucking nervous and like second guessing himself. And then he said as soon as he walked out and just like the crowd popped, he said I went into just basically automatically went into fucking Jeff Hardy mode, and it was just like he hasn't felt that good in so fucking long. And he said this is their last run, and he said it's going to be our best fucking run yet. And after this, he said they potentially might split up again and do single shit. So I'm like, damn, that's fucking tight. It's fucking tight.
Them versus the Bucks. That'd be nuts.
Private Party, any of those fucking
Private Party.
Oh god, any of those groups.
Anybody, any
Top
of the
Flight.
matches.
Yeah, because all those
Lucha Bros.
Yeah, they all took cues from the Hardy Boys. Like those, that's the prototype of what we're seeing now. So it's I can't wait, man.
Yeah, the Bucks are basically Hardy Boys 2.0.
Can't fucking wait, bro. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, but so yeah, after that, like I said, Tony Schiavone was a busy man. He interviewed Swerve Strickland. This time Tony Nese interrupted him and basically challenged Swerve to a match at Rampage on Friday, which we'll get to. Next, we had an in-ring interview with Wardlow, which I think was that with Tony Schiavone too?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
But he took the mic and Schiavone was just kind of sitting in the corner. But yeah, Wardlow basically, well, he didn't have his back turned like he did that time.
I know, but he always looks just like how he folds his hands. It always looks like he's about to take a piss.
Wardlow said that he grew up poor, so basically he jumped at the opportunity when MJF put him under contract to be his bodyguard and shit like that because he knew he was going to get his foot in the door. Said that he's still under contract with MJF, but he's no longer going to be his bodyguard or member of the Pinnacle. Said that he's free. And basically told MJF, like, listen, if you're smart, you'll release me from my contract and we'll go our separate ways. And basically told AEW that it's Wardlow's world now.
Yeah.
Look out.
Look out, motherfucker.
Seems like everybody's loving them some Wardlow now.
Yeah, actually, I think that was... I'm trying to think the last AEW figure that I bought. I think it was Wardlow.
You got a Wardlow?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I do. I don't think I shared it with the group. But yeah, I definitely have that shit. Yeah. Nice. All right, we got like 10 minutes.
All right. Damn. All right.
I know.
So next up, we had the AEW Tag Team Championship match. Jurassic Express took on the Acclaimed. For some reason, as Danhausen calls them, the ass boys were at ringside, sitting in the front row for some reason. They didn't get involved other than screaming at the teams. But it was a good match. Nothing too crazy went on, but Jurassic Express successfully defended their title. Next up, we had the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match, which was kind of weird, seeing as Layla Hirsch just became the number one contender at the buy-in for Revolution, and Thunder Rosa lost the title match, but somehow is automatically entered into an Eliminator. So I'm with Britt on the fucking conspiracy theories here. But the shit you mentioned, the rumors you've seen, because I didn't see any of them, that they did all this to get Thunder Rosa to San Antonio for the title to change hands, which totally makes sense. But yeah, Thunder Rosa was able to pick up the win after what she hit. Oh, the Fire Thunder Driver. Which is like her main finisher. Also Layla Hirsch tried to use the turnbuckle like she did versus
yep.
But Red Velvet came out and stopped her. So that's how Thunder Rosa was able to pick up the win. After the match, Schiavone again, he didn't come to the ring. He did it from the announcer's table. But he announced that Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker at this week's St. Patrick's Day Slam is going to be in a fucking steel cage match.
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. Hell yeah.
Can't wait.
Next, in the main event, the TNT Championship match, we had Sammy Guevara defending against Scorpio Sky. This was a fucking great match.
It was.
Sammy missed a fucking 630 splash and went through a table that he set up at ringside, which was fucking crazy. The rotation and the speed that he came off that fucking rope, dude. I don't know how he walked after that shit. I'd be dead.
Like he sold the shit out of it. You know, Ty came out and like when they went to picture in picture and shit.
And this is after jumping off the fucking set at Revolution on Sunday.
Yeah. These young bodies.
This is a couple days later. He's doing some crazy shit like that.
It's always like, I'm fucking crazy, man. I'm loco, bro.
Crazy. But so after he did that and missed the 630, the doctor and Ty Conti came down to check on him. After they came back from commercial, Sammy was in the ring and the ref kept yelling at him like, "You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." But obviously, Sammy continued the match. Ty Conti and Paige Van Zant, who was at ringside, not at ringside, she was in the front row with her husband. They got into it a little bit there. Sammy was able to hit a springboard cutter, which he does the bounce from one rope to the other and then does the cutter, but he only got a 2 count. Tried a shooting star press, but Scorpio Sky got his knees up. Dan Lambert distracted the ref. Ethan Page tried to interfere, but Ty Conti stopped him. She got attacked by Paige Van Zant from behind. What happened? He passed.
Julian just sent this to me. Rest in peace, Scott Hall.
Fuck.
Yeah, damn.
Rest in peace to the bad guy.
I'm like, why the fuck is Julian texting me? He knows we're fucking recording.
Yeah.
Damn.
That sucks, man.
Damn. Julian,
rest in peace, Scott
man,
Hall.
he was a favorite of mine growing up. Yeah, everybody loved him. Man.
For real.
Everybody. Sorry to fucking.
No, that sucks, but yeah, got to try to power through this for the rest of the show.
Yes.
Where was so Paige Van Zandt attacked Conti from behind, threw her into the steel stairs. Scorpio Sky was able to hit the TKO on a distracted Sammy because he was trying to see what happened to Ty, and Scorpio got the win. He's the new TNT champ.
Called it.
Yep. After the match, Sky hit Sammy with the belt. Paige Van Zandt fucking did like a spinning back kick to Ty Conti's head, knocked her out, and then slapped her ass and signed the AEW contract on it. So Paige Van Zandt is now all elite.
It's fucking nice.
She's also still on a contract with Bare Knuckle FC. So I'm not sure how busy she's going to be with shit like that, but she did sign that contract, so we'll see what's up.
Yeah, that's tight.
Try to cover Rampage real quick, I guess.
Let's bang it out. We got 5 minutes. No
Darby Allin defeated Mark Quinn in the opening match.
Good match.
Yeah, you would expect this to be a crazy high-flying Daredevil type match with these two, but it was basically like a technical wrestling match for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Quinn did hit a sloppy back-flipping DDT, which was cool as shit, but it was a little sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can clean that up and like make that a regular move, that would be nuts. He hit a 450 splash on Darby off the top rope to the floor, which is pretty crazy. He also hit a shooting star press, but Darby reversed it into the armbar, and that's how Darby was able to get the submission win. After that, the AFO, the Andrade Family Office, I guess, came out and attacked Darby and Sting. Then the Hardy Boys music hit, and they came out in their old school gear, and they didn't really fight or anything. The AFO just kind of walked away when they seen the Hardys come out.
Yeah, when I saw Matt with that fucking velvet shirt with the fucking like ghost camo or whatever the shit was, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, next up, Jamie Hayter defeated Mercedes Martinez with some help from Rebel and Britt Baker.
The matches of the asses.
Oh yeah. After that, Keith Lee and QT Marshall went at it. Keith Lee picked up the win. One of the big funniest things, remember the double chop and the QT Marshall points?
He's fucking stiffed up.
It looked like he got tased. He went stiff and just fell back. It was mad funny. But after the match, Aaron Solo tried to attack Lee from behind. Didn't work out well for him. Then Nick Camarado came in. Keith Lee powerbombed the shit out of him and then launched Aaron Solo from the ring. Like he did the Orange Cassidy, launched him outside the ring and launched him into the rest of the factory that was there. And then Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs ran to the ring and fucked up Keith Lee. And that was that. And then the main event for Rampage was Swerve Strickland picking up his first AEW win over Tony Nese. Apparently these two had history back in WWE. It was a good match for both guys.
It was.
I don't know how much did you watch? Did you end up watching it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the kick that he hit Nese with? It was like a front kick.
Not really.
Boot to the face. Oh, it sounded solid. It sounded real solid. But yeah, other than that, Nese hit a crazy 450 splash, which I didn't see him as a crazy high flyer, so that was awesome to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've seen Nese. What? This is maybe the second or third time we've seen him.
Second or third time.
But
yeah.
this was the performance. I was like, oh shit, he's a solid fucking good wrestler.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Swerve too. Swerve Strickland is a great wrestler. But he picked up the win with a double stomp off the top rope.
Yep. Rampage. Let's see. We got 2 minutes, so we can close this shit out. But like how we opened it, we just found out. Rest in peace, Scott Hall, Razor fucking Ramon, game changer. And honestly, like, it sucks, but let this be a life lesson for all of us. People go through shit so we can learn, but a lot of us choose to ignore it. So rest in peace. Condolences to his family, all the wrestling community and shit. It's pretty whack. It's pretty whack, honestly. It is what it is, and as they say, the show must go on, so you can follow us all collectively at TMS Report. This has been the motherfucking Minority Sports Report Wrestling Edition! Chico, this game, where can they follow you?
Follow me at Name666.
All right, follow me at The Beatnik. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back next week. Peace out.